What up, y'all? This Freeway Ricky Ross giving a shout out to Mikey T, the movie star.
So, yo, Freeway Rick Ross, I appreciate you joining me tonight for an exclusive interview. I see you got a whole lot of things going in the works right now, aside from books and websites, documentaries. You've got the marijuana business going wild, I see.
Yes, I'm having a ball with the marijuana industry. Um, Great industry to be in. I think Warren Buffett said it best. Anybody that calls himself a serious entrepreneur has to be looking at the my industry. And I'm glad I got in early.
Facts. A lot of people are becoming millionaires off of this.
Yeah. Absolutely. Multimillionaires.
Right. I just see it in my local, dispensaries here. You got Massachusetts that does it for recreational as well as medical. But, Ross, you got a big name. You know what I mean? A lot of people say you're still most known for the drug culture or whatever. So I want to ask you, man, how are you going to make yourself the Frank Lucas of weed or the George Young of THC? How are you going to go right back to your roots and just take it all over again?
No, I'm going to be the Rick Ross.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? I don't have to be none of them. I mean, if you look at the top 10 drug dealers, I'm in the top 10 of all time. So all I have to do is reinvent myself. Now I have a product that's legal, and once I get set up, nobody can ever take that away from me. The difference with selling an illegal drug is you can set your whole establishment up and be doing everything right, and then all of a sudden the feds come in and just take everything. So total different game, and I love the fact that it's legal now and that I'm involved.
How would you look at the weed dealers back in the day? I mean, it's a much different product from cocaine. So, because I'm reading about you and I'm reading things like metric ton or whatever. You know what I mean? If you just look at some cocaine and you look at some weed, there's a big difference when you got a metric ton of this shit, isn't there?
Absolutely. Well, cocaine was much more expensive, was easier to conceal. Weed was more bulky, smelly, slower, I thought. But now that I look back at it, sometimes the slow game is the best game. Take your time. Don't try to get rich overnight. I was part of that microwave, want to be rich tomorrow thing. So that's kind of how I looked at it. It was slower. The guys who sold weed didn't have as much money as the coke guys. And pretty much that's how I viewed marijuana dealers at that time.
So let me ask you, man, how do you measure up other guys to you, like the Frank Lucases, the George Youngs, even the Supreme McGriffs, if they could be compared to you? You had actually said you were on the top 10 of all time.
Well, I don't really compare myself to any. I mean, it is in a sense, it's almost like playing basketball, who put up the most points,
Jordan,
who can get the most assists,
Ron.
who get the most steals. It's kind of the same thing in a sense, but it's hard to compare because these guys were at different times, and the way I look at it, at the end of the day, I'm gonna come out victorious. I'll be the one that even though I went through the drug thing, that counts, but also legal business count as well. And I don't think that nobody alive can do legal business better than I can.
No, it's obvious, man, that you do some great business from the numbers that I'm reading. 500 million, things like that. You know what I mean? A $500 million just to have your name attached to that just shows how much value. You know what I mean? So,
and that was a young guy, who had never read a book, had never been in a courtroom, Now my experience is much more vast. You know, while I was in prison, I read over 300 books. So I educated myself. Uh, and now I have a plan. You know, when I started selling cocaine, I didn't have a plan. You know, what I thought was my plan was to make $5,000, get some wheels for my car, and get a paint job on my car. That was my plan. You know, but now my plan is much more vast. You know, I just had a fighter to win a world title this weekend. You know,
Yep.
uh,
Yep. Echo
so I
the
also
fear.
I also do boxing as well. Yeah, not fear. And then I just signed a 18-year-old kid who's a wonder kid for boxing. You know, I mean, this kid is so slick and so smooth. Kid Austin, that I can hardly believe that I landed these guys. You know, had the opportunity to work with people of this magnitude. But that's what I do. You know, I always find, you know, the best people to work with. You know, in the marijuana business right now, I'm working with the Cure Company, who is probably the biggest indoor grower in the world.
So I'm a weed guy, man. You know, why are you interested in actually taking a stab at marijuana? What's your weed actually tasting like, too, man? Sherb mints. How do you properly say it? Sherb mints?
Sure mint. Yep. I don't smoke, but I love the smell. I love the color. You know, and that's what you have to go by now. It's more than just the taste. You know, it also has to look good too. You know, people like those colorful flowers, and that's what I give them.
And it's
And you,
actually 31%. It's actually 31% THC.
yeah. But the OG is 34% THC.
Okay, so there's an OG strand of the Sherb mints.
No, it's sure mints. That's one flavor, and then I got the OG 8 ball that came back 34% THC, and then I got the LA Kingpin too. You know, I got
Yeah,
LA
that's right.
Kingpin.
Yep, LA Kingpin. I had actually seen you with that one.
Yeah, LA Kingpin. I got the vapes, the shatter, the crumble, and then I got a new dab rig that's coming out. I got to show you that. Hold on one second. Let
All
me
right, all
grab
right.
that right there. Yeah, this is my new dab rig here. You just snap it on, and you take it, and you get any bong, and it sticks right in there. And you just load that baby up. You put your wax in there, your shatter or whatever, and this battery will last you for a whole month.
And
A whole month.
where can the people go get that?
They'll be able to get it off my website. It'll be on my website. It'll be in some stores, and it just snaps off.
Perfect.
Snap on and off. Wow.
So I know back in the day you must have sold to some celebrities. Have you ever thought about getting like a celebrity endorsement for the product?
Nah, not really. You know, when you're dealing with celebrities, they so full of it that I stopped chasing celebrities. You know, they want everybody to be a fan, and I'm not a fan. I'm not a lap puppy. I'm my own man. I'm gonna make my own money, and if you don't want to make money with me, that's fine. Go on about your business, and I'm gonna go about my business. And at the end of the day, we're gonna look back and see, who made the right choice. So, I have a hard time with celebrities because I don't really. I look at everybody as equal. I don't care how much money you could have, $1 billion or $10 billion. To me, you're just a normal person. Money don't make you special. And being poor don't make you not special. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I look at life. And if you can't treat me the way I treat you, then fuck you.